Hello and welcome to the Untitled D&D Show. I pulled a fast one on you guys.
I mean,
I did the real thing.
I guess we have to go with it. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say it needs work. It's what the branding is.
Yeah, dang it.
It's been a little while. It's been a couple of weeks since we had our last session. So we may need a bit of a refresher on where we left off. But first, let's introduce the Wandering Travelers.
I'm Chris/Awks, and for the time being, I am Moony Sanders, the rock gnome, drunken master monk.
I'm
Yeah.
Austin/Parfait, and I am John Bloodstone, who is a assassin of demons. Who's a human. He's cool. He's a cool dude. He may or may have not been a vampire. I mean werewolf. I mean, we'll never know. I'm not telling.
He was a monster at one point.
I was
He's
definitely a
not
monster. I
anymore.
was a werewolf. I was a werewolf. I'm a former werewolf. Killed my kid. It was pretty cool.
So what if
He's
you could
furry.
see the monster inside of him?
Oh no.
But I want to be a hero to save me now.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Those songs always played back to back.
But joining our adventurers, as always, is two NPCs, James and Vela. If you're unaware of who they are, it's probably best to watch the other ones because
They're probably not going to be in this episode.
they might not. Yeah, they might not be in this one. At least one of them
You'll meet
very
James.
well might not.
You'll meet
Yeah.
James as he like watches out for us as we say goodbye to him.
So, starting off with that, we'll go to the recap. So, last time we left off, you guys had decided that you wanted to do a little bit of trickery.
Yeah.
A little bit
And-
of mischievous.
It went pretty
Yeah,
well.
You wanted to be a bit of a scamp.
Yeah,
um,
we were one
you
jump
just so
ahead of the
happened-
lawman, but actually we weren't one.
Yeah.
We actually one jump behind the lawman because they caught us.
I didn't jump.
Oh yeah, we did not jump.
Yeah.
We were no
Yeah.
jumps ahead of the lawman, and we were
Yeah, hop, skip, and jump right into the bottomless pit.
yeah.
They tried to rob from a rather evil-looking, long-armed man.
To
they
be
never
fair to
quite
us, you
got
did
the
not
name
describe
of-
how evil and imposing he was until after we already
Fair.
said we were attacking
Fair.
him.
You guys had locked it in before I had shown you the image. So
Yeah.
that's a bit on me.
And on serious
But they
fortunate
ended
events.
up getting captured by the guards. Their weapons were taken from them, and they were escorted out of the city,
Yeah.
where they regrouped in the Valakai woods to the north, and kind of set about their plan of how to get back into Valakai and get their weapons back, especially the ones that they just had paid for, the magical
Yeah.
ones.
I have no money. It's pretty cool.
Magically sharp.
So not only do they have no weapons, they have no money,
Yeah.
but they have a dream,
Yeah.
and that's all
Yeah.
you really need in D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Weapons
We
seem
join
kinda important.
our heroes, in quotes, in the Valakai woods to the north. You guys have decided that Moony, James, and John are going to sneak their way into the town to reclaim their lost possessions, with Vela staying behind at the camp because she'd draw a little bit too much attention. So how are you guys going about this? You guys are currently camped right at the edge of the woods, kind of looking towards the large Valakai sort of mixture of stone and wood walls. Most of the palisades are made of stone, but the walls themselves are mostly wood. So you're looking out over the town as the sun is slowly setting in the horizon.
Yeah,
It's a great question on how we're gonna do this.
that's a great, good question. It's been so many weeks that I've forgotten what our plan was exactly. I believe it was something to the effect of I hide in John's backpack, and
Probably.
we try to smuggle me in
Yeah.
somehow.
I think I was using a disguise kit, possibly.
Yep, you did mention that you were going to be using your disguise kit
You're gonna
to
smother me in.
try to go undercover a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't remember if we ever had you roll for that though,
Well, we can probably look
to see
up
how
and
well you
see.
disguised. Take a look.
I'm gonna say we didn't because
I'm not seeing anything.
unless we were counting that as that stealth roll of 11. I'm gonna say we didn't do it. Actually, if I remember, I think those rolls at the end there were just us kind of messing around, rolling for fun to be like, oh, how would it have gone if we did it better, kind of stuff. So I don't think we did roll it at all.
All right, so I assume you're trying to. Are you just trying to disguise yourself, or are you trying to disguise James as well?
I thought James wasn't coming in. I thought it was supposed to be just because at one point we were talking about
just having him?
I thought he was.
Out?
I thought he was watching. I thought the plan was for two of us to go in. And initially we were talking kind of about me and James because we were both the humans. But then we made the executive decision to say we never said that because me and Chris are the actual real people.
Player characters. Yeah. And for stream's sake, it would be more entertaining if we both did it.
Yeah, so we had decided that he is going to be the one keeping watch for us as we try to sneak in.
All right.
So I believe I'd be the only one putting a disguise on because we're not going to be able to disguise the rock gnome. He's going to always be a rock gnome.
All right. So I imagine you'll probably leave most of what was in your backpack behind.
Yeah.
So you have enough room to fit Moony.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it might be rather difficult to get him in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead and make that roll with the disguise kit. For this, I would say... what's the best for this? I would say for this, use Charisma.
Alright. I can do Charisma. Charisma's not terrible for me. Not a great roll.
It's all about deceiving.
Yeah, did you roll?
Do you have proficiency with your disguise kit?
Yes.
Then add your proficiency bonus to that. So that'd be 14. All right.
Yeah.
But also, to be fair, the disguise was more of a if we get caught, hopefully maybe they won't recognize me. Like I'm still the plan is to do stealth and whatnot once we get in to try to not ever be seen.
Yep. Yeah, it's just for in case you get noticed, hoping that they won't recognize you. Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys kind of get prepared. You take out the items you need to. What are you trying to keep in your bag? Are you keeping anything specifically, or are you just dumping the thing?
I mean...
Let me see what I have. I don't have my darts anymore, and I don't have my spear.
I guess I might try to keep like a crowbar or something as an improvised weapon.
I imagine you can't fit your backpack inside with his backpack.
True.
Because you're fitting yourself in with...
Yeah, so I just don't take my backpack.
Yeah, I wouldn't have you bring your backpack. That'd be a very cramped fit.
I'd say the two things we're in there with him trying to fit in there is a crowbar and a hammer, so we both have an improvised weapon.
That's fair. Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
I guess 50 feet
that's
of rope
the only thing you want to take with you?
Yeah, that's the only thing that I would have left, because they would have took away
50 feet of rope, generally the rope, or at least the way that most adventurers' packs is, and this is the way I usually interpret it, is that the rope is usually hung off of the side of it, as opposed to in the bag.
Then you should probably have the rope on the bag.
Yeah, I would still have that. Yeah, why would I take it off?
Okay.
There.
No, you can absolutely bring that with you. No problem whatsoever.
Yeah, it feels like a necessary, heist item.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could definitely come in handy if you need to hog tie someone.
And a tinder box, too, just in case we want to start a fire.
Just in case.
Yeah, so that's it. Those are. I feel like those couple things is justifiable. Other than that, it might be getting a stretch, so we'll stop there.
All right.
Yeah, tinderbox is nice and small, too, so it shouldn't take up too much space.
No, tinderbox is usually rather small.
Yeah, the crowbar is the most uncomfortable thing, making your trip a little uncomfortable, but,
Yeah.
I want a nice hefty weapon to hit.
He sort of tucks it under his arm and kind of rests on the hook of it. It's not the most comfortable, but it's, not digging into him at least.
Oh, also, I guess my thieves' tools would also make... if we're doing a heist, I would have those. Because that would be stupid to not take those.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
You can absolutely take those with you if you'd like.
That's the last thing that makes any sense, I think. I mean, we're not going to be long enough to eat rations.
Yeah, thieves' tools are usually shown as like a basic cloth toolkit that rolls up, so
Yeah.
you can fit that pretty much wherever.
And just stash that in my lap.
Yeah, exactly. It's not
Curled up in
not
the
difficult to
backpack.
fit that in with your stuff.
Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
so I will, in that case, you guys are currently looking out over the walls, so are you going to try to look for a point of entry, or are you going to try to sneak around the edges of the walls to try to find a place where you can get in?
Ooh.
I would
Basically asking if you're going to look
from.
from afar or up close.
I feel like looking up close would probably be dangerous, but looking afar is probably also going to be dangerous. But in different ways. I feel like looking up close is going to have us have a higher chance of getting caught.
Yeah.
Looking from afar is probably going to have a higher chance of us encountering something we don't want to encounter.
And or not just finding an entry point because we're not seeing all the details.
Yeah. I guess up close?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Then I will need stealth rolls from both of you. Mooney's yours will be with advantage because you're not actually moving.
I am in a backpack. Alright.
That's what I need, baby. 26.
Hey, there you go. The
Wait, hold on,
advantage
I'm rolling with
didn't-
advantage?
Well, the advantage was the 16 and the 16.
Yeah.
It didn't actually
You already
affect
did
the
that. Oh, you're
roll.
No. But it's okay because if not, you would
Alright.
have got a 15 anyway, so it's fine.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, so you guys, as the sun's setting over the horizon, you guys sneak up towards the gate. Or, well, towards the wall.
Yeah.
You guys are coming down from the north, and you guys sort of hit the wall along this northern side here. It's currently sounds like it's winding down in there. You can hear a couple of scattered voices here or there, but it seems like the majority of all of the conversation is far away or trailing off. You can't quite make out what's said. So as you guys approach the wall, well, I guess, John,
Yes.
what direction are you going?
I'd say probably away from the main gate because I would assume there'd be guards there at all times.
Okay, so you're going over to the
North?
west?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. As you're going, Mooney, unfortunately, you cannot help with this, but John, I will have you make perception checks.
Ooh, I'm really
Ah.
great at those.
So I'll just have you do one currently, and I'll let you know if you need to do another.
No, I will. Oh, I will.
Oh.
That's a crit fail with a -1,
You-
which means I have a 0.
You're still getting used to the amount of weight that you're carrying currently. You're not used to carrying an entire person on your back.
Fair enough.
And it's a little bit awkward while you're trying to, like, keep in this stealthy posture, keep yourself, light on your toes, and make yourself not look shifty as you're trying to walk around. And trying to do that all at once is not really something that you're used to, and you're not paying as close attention as you might have liked.
Yeah. That's why it happened.
Absolutely.
I like that. Not that. That's now when it constantly happens because of my stats. Ooh.
No, it just happens sometimes. So you trail along the wall for quite a ways, maybe about 500 feet along the wall. You're still not seeing any point you think can be used to enter in. I will have you go ahead and make another perception check.
Woo!
Will John notice anything
I
ever?
mean, it's a 10. It's better. Hey, that's actually higher than my passive. Ooh.
There we go.
So you're looking around, looking a lot more closely now. You've kind of readjusted to the weight. The wall along this length just seems like it's a bunch of large wooden posts, basically chopped up trees that have been hammered into the ground along this route, kind of lined with these large stone buildings that occasionally you can see a little bit of torchlight flickering out of the little windows on the sides, but no one seems to notice you as
Alright.
you're sneaking around. But you don't see any like gaps in
Of course not.
in the fence. It seems like they definitely did a good job of fortifying this place. And you do notice as you're actually looking over
this
the
competent
walls,
carpentry.
you do see sort of long scratch marks
Oh, fun.
along the outside of the wood.
Good.
Sure, those, give me some shivers as I think about it. For some reason. I don't know why those would resonate with me.
No, absolutely not.
No clue.
And who would, really?
They would. Who does?
Yeah, no one.
Certainly not me.
No one would ever.
Nope.
All right, so you continue along. You do notice that you're getting a lot closer to the northern gate. By this point, you've traveled probably 700 feet along the wall, maybe, as you're curving back towards the north. Kind of off in the distance, you can't really make it out, but you know kind of where James was positioned, kind of keeping a lookout for you guys. And you're just kind of out of the clearing where he was looking out of by now. I'll have you make another perception check as you're looking along these lengths of wall.
Come on, no whammies. 14?
Yeah, better than 10!
It's going up, it's going
We're
up.
getting better.
I like that trend.
As you're going along this section of the wall, you definitely start to hear some snippets of conversation. Seems that there are definitely some people at the other gate. You can't quite make out exactly what they're saying. Seems to be a man and a woman talking to each other. But you can't actually make out much of the conversation yet. You're still a bit too far away.
Okay.
Do you proceed forward, or do you want to, like, trace your way back and see if you can find any other entrances?
Huh. That's a good question.
A good question.
Moony, you would probably feel John stop at this point, as he's just contemplating what to do from here.
Yeah. Hey, what's the what's going on up there?
Well, I haven't found an entry point yet, and we're coming up on the second gate, and I don't know if we want to be, spotted by them. So I'm trying to figure out what to do next. Maybe I might miss something, but...
And of course I am, whispering this,
yeah.
Of course.
In deep speech.
Yeah.
We're whispering back and forth so no one understands us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a language you both know.
Yeah.
You literally did it in another, instance where
no.
you didn't want people to know. So,
yeah, it's our secret language. I mean, it's not that secret.
canonical.
People could know it, but...
Well, those are valid concerns. Is there perhaps a chance that you maybe missed something along the previous stretch of wall?
There definitely is a chance. Kind of a heavy burden on me right now, but, I'll do.
And I understand, no pressure. I mean, there is a little bit, but, just take it easy.
Yeah.
We've got some time. The night is long. And we've got some time to search for our weapons. Let's not rush anything here. If we still don't find an entrance, we can trace our way back up here, and maybe by then, the guards or whoever's up there will have gone. Sound like a plan?
Sure, yeah, let's do that. Let's head back and see if we missed anything.
Sounds like yeah.
All
All right.
So with this, Mooney, you're still in the pack, I assume, or did you kind of like pop out to talk to
I probably like peeked my head out just so I could, whisper
Okay.
without having to raise my voice and not
And
be
then we're
like
gonna do this,
muffled by
this
the
cool
backpack.
thing I've seen before where he flips out and he waddles me on his back. It's because he's Kazooie now, okay?
Oh.
Yeah.
I run really fast,
Yeah.
carrying you on my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start
So
shooting
with
eggs.
that, does Mooney keep his head sort of peeked out, or did he sort of tuck back into the bag?
I think he's probably still a little bit peeked out. Just
Okay.
like his eyes peeking out from a slit. He's got like the
Okay.
fold of the pack lifted up a little bit.
Then
Like
I'll
a little
say
mischievous
you
raccoon.
guys can both make
Yes.
this next perception check. However, Mooney will have disadvantage.
It's fair.
And that makes sense. Alright, so we're heading back along the gate.
Ah.
Excellent. And time for me to...
Oh.
It's really hard to see out
Yeah.
of the backpack. I don't know if you know that.
It's like normally darkness isn't much of an issue for you, but it's kind of an issue when half of your face is covered by a bag. And you're
You're
just kind of
gonna
peeking
die.
over to try to you're peeking out through a little bit of a slit in the backpack and kind of looking around, trying to look for small holes you can crawl through a wall, and you're not even level with where the holes might be, so you can't see much of anything as you're kind of going about this.
I'm doing my best.
And John, as you're kind of retracing your steps, you are a little bit upset, I would say, at the fact of, you're basically just hiking with a massive weight, and you haven't found anything for what you're looking for yet.
Reasons to be upset.
Yeah.
Having terrible luck. Yeah.
So you sort of hike back along the wall, and as you're kind of going about this, you do hear sort of the stepping of someone up stone steps, the flicker of torch light in the nearest palisade.
Okay.
Which is the towers between the logs,
Yep.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't love that.
So it'd be right here for our audience. Oh, look at that visual thing for the visual people. If you're an audio listener, there's towers.
Yeah. There's towers between the logs, and somebody is stepping up to
The
one
stone
of the
tower
palisades.
the stone tower that they are approaching appears to have someone climbing up it.
Don't love that at all.
I think I would probably stop moving if I heard that.
Okay. Are you
Yeah.
just freezing where you are, or are you trying to hide?
Opposite direction.
Yeah, I think I'd probably turn around.
Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Are you just turning around and acting like you're walking in a certain direction? Are you just continuing along the wall? Or what exactly are you attempting to do?
It's a great question. Great question that I don't have an answer to. So let me think.
Okay. Fair.
Now here's a... Actually, I know the answer to the question. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I had a
There you
thought.
go.
I had to try a way to try to figure out how to work around this, but it doesn't. It doesn't work. The more I think about it, so. I really love that I have the worst. I'm the least wise person possible. I mean, that's not true. I could have less than 9, but. Who?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'm just going up the wall over here again and just trying to get away from the person, I guess. I don't know. This is...
I would... advice... I don't know. Is it metagaming?
Well, is it metagaming?
It is metagaming, yes.
Okay. It's a very loaded question when you say, is it metagaming?
So, yes, it is metagaming. If I give Austin advice on what I would do.
Well, no, because if Moony would have that idea, then
Yeah,
no,
true.
it's absolutely not. Moony would absolutely be able to whisper that to him.
It's true.
Yeah, I whisper in deep speech.
Hmm.
I think we should continue along the wall, but using the posts to hide ourselves as convincingly as possible. You know, just moving from post to post along this wall until we're out of this guy's sight.
All right. I say in deep speech. All right,
Yeah.
if you say so.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you want to do that?
Yeah, I'm assuming this is another stealth check.
No, your 26 is fine.
Okay. That
So
was
you
hence
can
the all right
continue-
was me going, oh, do I have to do another stealth check? Because I don't love that. Because
So
I
you
have bad
continue
rolls.
along the wall, kind of hugging the wall this time, staying as close to the edge of the palisade and kind of moving along the actual wall itself as you kind of see the top of a torch kind of flickering over the edge of the palisade. As you don't quite make out more than a silhouette kind of gazing down over the land. And after maybe 5 or so minutes, seem to turn away, turn back towards the town. And you guys sneak your way past.
Woo.
I'll have you guys both make another perception check.
Yeah, disadvantage. Woo! Oh, dang it!
Oh, dang it.
That is
Oh,
the one inside the pack is equally as aware as the one outside.
this is advanced darkness.
It's not really even the darkness so much as just the fact that you're trying to see through a very small hole in a bag,
Yeah, fair.
which is not the best for trying to find things that aren't supposed to be there.
Yeah. They sure aren't. But maybe there is, and maybe one of us will see something at that point in time.
Can't wait till one of us rolls a 20 and, he still goes, yeah, there's nothing there.
How cruel!
What
I'd
would
be.
you... It's still just a wall. Oh.
You idiots.
This is supposed to... You realize to think of some other way in. Oh.
Okay.
Hey, I mean, if you want to think of another way in, you are more than welcome to.
I mean, if I had rolled a better disguise earlier, we might be. But I
Ooh.
rolled an okay disguise at best.
It is an above average disguise.
Okay, well, if that taking that into consideration, I have a question about guards.
Okay. All right.
Would guards be considered commoners?
No, they have
No.
their own statue.
Nah, I
They're-
figured as much, but I was just hoping.
Yeah, one of those.
Also,
things.
you said that the posts between the palisades are made of... They're just logs, yeah?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, we have
Yeah.
tinderboxes, Austin.
It is like a log, like an entire tree. That would be rather difficult to.
And you know how much
Burn down with a
attention that would
tinderbox?
bring to us?
But if you guys, if indeed you guys wanted to try to build a fire on the wall to light the wall on
Such a
fire,
bad idea!
I will not judge the idea. If indeed you guys want to do that, I'm here for it. Just tell me you want to. If you want to do literally anything else, also tell me that.
I think he whispered that to me in deep speech, like, what if we set it on fire? And I'm like, no!
Well, it wasn't the plan for entry. It would be the plan for distraction. So we can make another entry. No, I'm not saying that's, I'm just saying if we don't find anything else, maybe we could pull all of the guards to put out this fire, and then we, slip in through one of the main gates. Just to say.
I mean, if we were to do that, we would definitely have to go back to the camp real quick to grab some of your alcohol.
Yeah, fair enough. But that is let's keep looking
Keep
for an
looking.
entrance.
I have
Yeah,
this
of
feeling
course.
we're gonna find something, maybe.
Just tossing that idea out into the ether, seeing what I get.
Yeah. It's a possibility.
Technically, it is an idea.
Hey, they screwed us over. Why not set their town on fire?
Because I just
Why
don't know if
not?
that'd actually work, is the reason. I have no qualms about ruining this town. It's about the fact that I don't think it'll help us.
Oh, you know, having
You guys have no qualms. There's no one in the town that you care about.
well, there's one guy in the town I care about. The other two gave us money.
Alright, well, I guess let's keep walking for now.
All right.
Welcome to the stream where we walk.
Yeah,
And
welcome
try
the
to look
hiking
for
stream.
things.
The chill hike stream.
Yeah. It is definitely a
Oceans
hike stream.
2. This time there's walking.
Absolutely.
Like a
Alright.
game.
All
of
right.
PUBG.
So I will. You carry along further.
Did you just
Down the
pre-roll
wall.
that perception
I
roll?
just assumed that's the next thing he's gonna tell us to do, and yeah, I did, and look what it did. It's terrible.
Yeah, I see that.
I mean, I didn't ask for one, so that doesn't count.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to ask for one, and
Oh,
then I'll roll
okay.
something crappy.
Sure. I just knew that was. I was just trying to speed up the process because the content of roll for perception. Oh, it didn't work. Roll for. I feel like that's not the best audio content. So I was just trying to get ahead of schedule, and I rolled like crap.
Okay.
But I
Well,
agree,
that's what
it
happens
didn't
when you
count.
Guys
schedule.
approach this next palisade.
Make a perception.
You do start to hear a bit of conversation from within.
Oh. I hated that.
Not a fan. Genuinely not a fan.
Wish they would stop being alive near me.
Just stop outright being alive.
They dropped to the floor dead, dude. It's crazy.
Uh-oh.
Or presumably dead. They've stopped talking.
Something
I
has
wish.
certainly occurred.
So there's conversation at the next palisade.
What are you guys trying to do? When you hear this conversation, are you trying to listen in further? Are you trying to just hide? Are you trying to get away?
Yeah, honestly, kind of both. I don't think I'm trying to be seen, but I am trying to listen.
Yeah,
That's
hide
fair.
and listen.
Okay.
Be a sneaky listener.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. I'll just have a new stealth check.
Ooh. I have a plus 8 to this. We should be fine. We are. That's a 23.
Oh, baby. 26.
Oh, nicely done. That is
Good thing
a
I'm not
nat
rolling
1
with
and a nat
disadvantage.
20.
That is, yeah. But thankfully,
That
he
is-
did not
that's
have
too
That was
low for us.
disadvantage.
perfect. Yeah, it's just everything.
And I rolled a nice
Okay.
15 plus 8.
So, oddly enough, you feel the sort of weight in your bag almost seem to get lighter.
Oh.
I've become non-existent.
As you're not sure exactly how, but it maybe
That's CJ's way of saying he doesn't know how to explain how it happened. It just happened.
Yeah.
Normally,
farted.
CJ comes up with this really cool story on, like, you see, it's actually the weight is why your perception was off. And here he's like, he's lighter, just he is. And I'm
Well,
like,
no,
I,
my
it's
fair.
rations were
it's not
beans.
that he's lighter. It just you don't feel the weight as much.
Okay.
My presence to the world is lessened.
Yeah, it just seems like there's less of him in existence.
All right.
But as you're kind of listening in, I will right now. I'll give you a choice. Do you want to use your perception check,
No.
or do you want to roll a new one?
I'll roll a new one.
Okay.
I'll also roll.
All right.
Oh, I still didn't hear it very
You're
well.
just
My ears are
listening, so
kinda
you don't
tired.
have disadvantage.
Yes! I don't have disadvantage. I can hear
So-
things from my backpack.
John, you're more focused right now on hiding and sort of like the beating of your own heart
Makes sense.
as you're kind of
Your backpack
as you're
has gotten
trying
lighter.
to, yeah, and a little bit of weirdness with the fact that you don't know if Moony just got out of the backpack or something because
Sure, yeah.
you feel him less there. But Moony, from within the backpack, you do hear a familiar voice. It appears, or at least it sounds to you, like the man you tried to rob.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. What is the man who I hate with all my being to say?
You hear sort of a muttering under his breath, almost not quite like a chanting, but it seems kind of like almost like a whispered conversation to himself.
Ah.
As you're kind of listening to it, John, you would be able to see at this point sort of a long, gnarled arm resting on the top of the palisade.
Okay.
Sort of staring out towards the north. And you suddenly hear someone cry out. To arms! The dead come to the gates!
Oh!
As suddenly, the gnarled arm pulls back from the palisade and you hear footsteps running down the stairs.
Down the stairs of the palisade?
Yep.
Oh.
Did they mention when the yell I heard, did they say which gate the dead is at?
You didn't hear a gate,
Ooh,
a specific gate mentioned.
You just saw him look to the north and heard the dead are coming.
It didn't sound like his voice.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Moony, you would be aware of that because you heard him sort of whispering to himself before.
Oh! Oh, okay. I'm picking up what's happening. I'm realizing what's going on.
What do? You can hear sort of the stomping of metallic feet. They appear to be going towards the east.
Going towards the east.
Like towards the main gate.
Yeah. But he was looking out to the north.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, but the voice said that the dead are at the gate. We just don't know which. We now know which gate because of where his feet we heard him running to. So, sounds like our bet would be to go to the west gate or the north gate, I guess technically. West from where we are.
Right.
And hope that those guards got pulled too, and we sneak in there. Is what I'm thinking. And I'm saying to you in deep speech.
Right. And as you say that, I now I don't have a full grasp on what's happening, but I just heard what I can only assume to be our very evil-looking friend chanting to himself. Well, I don't know what he was whispering some stuff to himself, and then moments later we hear, dead coming to the gate. I can't help but feel that those two things might be correlated. Putting one and one together.
I mean, I don't follow. Because he ran off like this was a problem to him, too.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're trying to, overthrow a city from within, you still have to, blend in. To some, modicum. But, that's neither here nor there. Because we still have to get our weapons. So I guess, yes, we should go to that northern gate.
He's already in control of this city. Why would he... This is now Austin talking to you. What? He's in control of the city. Why would he try to overthrow his own city?
I mean, he's in control of the city.
With like an iron fist.
I don't know.
I respect you for trying to make connections. Because you're trying harder than I am. But I don't see it at all.
Maybe they know that the what's her name is here.
Maybe. Okay. Maybe. Maybe.
There's also the heavily fortified city that was supposed to be safe from
Yeah.
what's his name.
I just don't think that the guy had anything to do with the dead coming. What's the guy's name? What's the guy we tried to rob's name?
You never asked.
Oh.
You never really got a name from him.
That sounds about right.
Well, we had like the title. We knew of his title because he was the Baron, right, or something like that. 'Cause
Baron
we heard about him
on Smasher.
We knew he was the Baron, right? I think we at least knew that,
Yeah.
right?
He was the
You
Baron.
can certainly.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But the point is, we'll move on. We'll go to the gate, but I don't think the Baron would be the one bringing the dead in. If anything, I think it might be Strahd is coming for the girl, maybe. And now Baron has to go fight Strahd or something. I don't know. Who knows? It doesn't matter. Let's go to the gate that's open now. CJ gave us a magic door. Let's take it.
I don't know necessarily that happened, but yes, there
that's
is a
what I'm
door that
saying.
is now unguarded.
CJ went, you guys are taking too long. I guess the dead show up. Go.
Yeah.
Just outright. Just,
Oh my gosh, guys. You have the worst perception ever. There was 12 different holes. I guess go to the other gate.
Yeah.
So we go to the other gate.
yeah. You make the middle path of annoy the DM until it works.
We
Hey,
just spent 30 minutes with you guys failing perception rolls. I guess the door is magically open.
Yeah.
Oh no, now we gotta go pick the gate.
Fair enough. The door is magically unguarded now because the dead are coming ex machina.
Yeah, the dead are coming, Austin.
Yeah,
All right, so we go to
happens.
the gate over here.
Yeah. All right. So you guys kind of probably a little bit less sneaky now. Make your way over to the northern gate near the lake.
I am still less existent in that backpack.
Yeah, John's gotten a bit more used to the weight now.
And I'm being jostled around inside as he runs to the northern
Oh
gate.
yeah,
Whee!
yeah, absolutely.
I'm
So
just
as you come up to the northern gate, are you like slowing down and going
Yeah,
stealthier,
I would
or
still
are you
be.
just
I would,
full pelt?
No, because I still assume that I'm still hoping that the gate got pulled. There might still be people here, and I know that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I definitely slow down and
Back into
and
a
approach
new
with
stealth roll.
caution. Oh, 14? No, not that cautious. Apparently.
Okay. And then just yeah, there you go. All right.
I understand.
So as you approach this gate, you do actually, you do hear a bit of like murmuring by the gate. It seems to mostly be muttering, sort of like, "Are we supposed to do something, or we need to stand guard here? There's clearly something going on. We can't leave our post." And it just seems to sort of be a confused conversation that is going on between these two guards. But they do not seem to have noticed you.
Okay.
The gate itself is currently down. So you do see sort of the large metal gate. Well, with this one, it's more of a sort of two metal gates that kind of meet in the middle with a lock. Whereas the other one was a full, like, drawbridge, essentially.
Yeah, it would be impossible for us to break into. Thank you for changing the gate.
Oh, no, this one's just a smaller one.
Oh, okay.
It just literally is, like, on the map, so...
I'm so incredibly glad to hear that.
So...
Jeez.
I whisper to you. Do you think we could, convince them to let us in because we're running from the dead that are at the other gate?
I mean, convince them to let you in.
Yes,
Maybe.
I swear.
Right.
Really, are you gonna get up to me about the semantics of us right now? Come on.
I suppose that might be our best chance.
All right,
But then again, we are coming in from the north side gate.
We're coming in from the side, though. If we say we ran, come up winded, be like, I've been running, I was so much commotion. I mean, we were close enough that it's possible.
I mean, we were running.
Yeah, we were
suppose
running.
that is valid.
Yeah.
Well, you were you were running.
Yes, okay, we get it.
I was being battered by a crowbar. However, it's not very common.
I'm sorry. I'll try.
I mean, it's worth a shot, I suppose.
All right, man. I think it's our only shot.
Man, you can get some like twigs, maybe, and run them across your face. Maybe it looks like you've been scratched a little bit, something like that.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I'll just batter myself up. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, just a little.
Okay.
It's a part of your disguise.
I mean, I guess I trust him and think that's a good idea, so I guess I do that.
Okay. All right. So, do you want this to be actual damage to you? Or are you trying to make this look like you've been scratched?
I mean, I feel like, considering we're level 4, no, I really don't want to take actual damage. I only have so much health. And I didn't bring my healing potion with me because we were on a low inventory room space thing.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to make this just look like you've taken damage? Yeah. Okay. Then what I will do is I will have you make a deception check. Okay. So if you have any bonuses to deception, add that.
I do.
But you'll be using your dexterity.
Oh.
Huh?
I don't. My deception is just my bonus, so okay. Let's roll.
Then just roll dexterity.
18.
All right. So you kind of pick up some twigs and sticks off of the ground, and you start kind of a little bit of like scratching of your face. You kind of grab a little bit of mud, kind of get it into like little cracks here or there to try to make it look closer to wounds. Without a mirror, you're not 100% sure, but you think it looks pretty convincing.
All right.
All right, it's all you, John.
I'm gonna run up to the door, and I'm gonna be like, The dead are at the other gate. Please let me in.
Okay.
Assuming that'll be deception again, or will that be performance? Or they're all the same. It really doesn't matter. They're all a charisma +3 check for me.
So the dead are actually at the gate, so I would say this would be a persuasion.
Okay. No matter what, it was the same.
Best of your
not
knowledge,
great.
The dead are.
Why would it be? Why would I have a good roll today?
Hey, you rolled a really good persuasion.
For our audience, that was a 9 that I rolled. For our audio listeners.
Can he roll with advantage with his cool disguise that he rolled?
I was just checking something because... yeah, so as you run up to the gate, kind of panting, trying to make it look like you ran further than you did because it would have been coming from an even further location. Yeah. As you kind of come up to the gate, you're like, please let me in. The guards they kind of like are taken aback for a moment as you just kind of run up and you're basically pounding on the gate. And one of them's like, yeah, of course. Goes to grab his keys and just immediately runs over, unlocks the gate. He's like, quick, get in before they come.
That should not have worked with a roll like that, but all right.
He was just scared. Did you roll counter? And he rolled
I rolled his insight.
Okay, cool. All right.
His insight did not do a good job.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's put it this way. He was one off of a nat 1.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Everyone's rolling doo-doo.
You needed that.
You guys rush into the gate. Door locks behind you. Just click. And the guards are just like, get back to where it's safe. We'll stand watch.
All right. You honestly might want to go help them.
Yes, of course. You carry on, citizen.
I say that hoping that they'll leave this door so we have an easy exit.
Yeah, it's a smart idea.
There were so many of them, I say as I'm starting to run off.
Yeah, you definitely see concern on the faces of these guards. You don't see any immediate movements, though, as you're kind of
Alright,
running
fair enough.
away.
That's fair.
All right, so you are inside the town.
And now what do? We never thought
Yeah.
about it past this point.
Oh, we made it in. Oh, God.
Well, that's not true. I guess our first thought is to try to go get our special weapons. We're gonna go see if he has them. I think is what we said we were gonna do.
Yeah, see if they're just, like, out in the smithing area.
Yeah. See if he even knew that we had weapons at the smithing
If he
area.
just sharpened them and then put them on display in his shop.
Yeah, because there's a very good chance that Smith, who I forgot his name, didn't. There's a good chance that like the bad guy does. The Baron doesn't even know we had magic weapons that were being smithed. Unless we told him. We might have
Definitely
told
fair.
him. I don't remember.
I mean, yeah, it entirely depends on whether or not you guys did.
I don't think we did. I feel like that'd be stupid. So I don't know why we would have.
Oh, I remember whether or not you did.
Oh.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
I can
didn't
tell
we?
you we did. I have the autism memory. We did.
All right, so I guess we'll go
You
check there and
guys
hope he
travel
hadn't got him
further
yet.
further into the town, and you guys are heading towards the market.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
All right.
Stealthily, though,
Stealthily.
of course.
Are
so-
you trying to just like stay off the main roads, or
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course.
okay? Then I will say go ahead and sort of make a either stealth or deception.
I'm
It's
gonna go
up
with
to you
stealth
which you
because I have a
prefer.
+8 to that.
Okay.
I am still in a backpack.
Hey, there you go.
little
Both of you
heavy.
did very well.
Yeah, a little
22s
heavier.
across the board. All right, so as you guys kind of get past where the guards can see you and kind of tuck around a building, start moving your way, kind of sneaking, but not really trying to make it look like you're sneaking, just kind of slowly moving around, keeping away from lit windows, trying to sneak undercover as much as you can. You guys make your way towards the market. You do end up having to cross a couple of busier streets, and as you kind of come up to this street past the inn, you do definitely hear the sounds of combat echoing from down the road. As you guys just kind of duck your way across the road and between the buildings, and back into the market. As you guys come upon the market, it's dark. There's not really anyone that you can immediately notice here. It seems to be completely deserted. The shops along the side of the market appear to be dark. As you kind of tiptoe out into the main area, the only people you can see here are the people held up in the stocks, still stuck where they were earlier.
Okay.
What do you do?
I guess I'm probably going to, peek out of the backpack and see if I can, see anything.
Yeah, if you want to, you can absolutely roll a perception check. This one won't be with disadvantage if you're trying to, fully peek out.
I'm taking a full peek now that we're in stealth. Yeah, wow. That's awesome. 11.
Unfortunate, the disadvantage didn't actually change anything.
Oh, no.
But as you're kind of looking over this, you do see a lot of what I already mentioned. You do immediately notice where you had seen the blacksmith before. It's not hard to notice. It's one of the only places out here in the market that has, an anvil and a furnace right near it. So you're able to immediately see the area where Dixon had been working on your equipment.
And I presume I see that there is nothing there at the moment.
You don't currently see anything just left out in the open, right, on the table or anything like that. There is a bit of a the actual shop itself is kind of behind that stand. So you don't know if there's anything in that. You can't quite see into that. The door's shut and the lights are off. So you don't know if there's anything in there, but you don't see anything out in the open.
Okay. Will?
I assume the plan is to break in, right?
No, the plan is to look in from the window to see if we can see anything from
Fair.
the window so we don't have to break into his house.
I guess.
And then if that doesn't work, we can ask the people in the stockade if they know where confiscated goods are kept.
All right.
And promise of, letting them out of the stockade.
I was already planning on doing that no matter what.
Yeah. So, there's that.
But we won't tell them that.
Yeah, we'll get to that eventually.
All right. So with that, I assume you guys head over towards the blacksmith?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you sneak your way over there past the people in the stockades and kind of go up to behind where the counter is, kind of looking through the window. And I'm going to need, if John is the only one looking through, I'll just need a perception check. Moony, if you also want to peek out, you can do that as well.
I will also
Probably
peek
should. Just in general. If it's a perception check
Yeah.
for me. Well, 15. It's one of my best
Oh,
one. Better ones
Nicely
today.
done.
And
So, John, as you're looking through, it's very dark inside and it's very dark outside. So even like cupping your hands like over your eyes, you don't see a lot from within. There's definitely weapons on the counters. You can't tell immediately if they're your guys's, or if they're just generally on display. It does seem like there's several weapon racks and sort of armor stands kind of on display in this center area. So you're not 100% sure whether or not your items are among.
There's definitely weapons in there. I can't tell if there are from this angle.
if I could get a closer look, I could probably distinguish with my dark vision whether or not they're ours or not. But I'd feel... I guess if we break in and they're not our weapons, we don't have to take anything. I'd feel terrible stealing anything from our friend Dixon here.
I would too. He was a great guy, but also, we have to survive.
I suppose there is that element, now that we've been, robbed of everything. After we tried to rob a very evil-looking man.
Yeah. Was it a mistake? Maybe.
All right, well, if you think you can break into that lock,
I think I can try, at least.
and I suppose it's worth a try. And hopefully, our friend will never have to know we were here. Until he realizes all our weapons are, back in our hands.
Yeah, it is that.
Or in somebody's hand. All right, so I, proceed back into the backpack.
Yep. So if you're going to break into that, I will need either a sleight of hand or a thieves' tool check.
Don't know which one would be better, so I guess I'll go with these tools.
Thieves' tools, yeah, it would just be your dexterity plus proficiency. So if you don't have proficiency in sleight of hand,
I
then
don't have proficiency. Adding the proficiency does make it worth it. So.
Yep. Yeah, it absolutely would, because you're getting a +2 for free.
Oh, buddy, I'm in that door with a 24.
That door pops open.
Yeah, you kind of roll out your tools, immediately grab them, and start picking into the lock. And this is a lock made by a blacksmith.
True.
So it's a bit tougher to crack than like a standard run-of-the-mill everyday lock. But you're so used to this that you're able to just kind of like immediately feel where all the tumblers are, kick them into place, and open it right up. The door opens without a sound.
Lock-picking lawyer out here. Very niche reference, but somebody will get it.
I got it.
He said somebody. He didn't say it was going to be an audience member. Alright, I guess we go in now.
Yeah, we sneak in.
Yeah, stealth in.
Oh yeah, did we need to roll new stealth?
No!
Oh.
That was almost a
So-
19.
As you kind of
I'm assuming it doesn't matter if I start stealthing in?
I don't think it matters.
unless you're getting out of the bag. But as you start to sneak in, you do kind of hit a creaky spot on the floor. Just kind of make a sound that's almost deafening in the silence. Just as you just stop. You just freeze in place. You hear the beating of your own heart as you listen for any response to the sound. But you don't hear anything.
Hoping Dixon is just deaf from the sound of his own hammer hitting an anvil. Hide, I whisper in deep speech.
Alright. I guess I try to hide. Which I assume
Okay.
another stealth check?
Yeah, you can have it be a separate stealth check if you're trying to hide from the noise you just made.
Ooh, much better. 22.
There we go.
So
what we need.
you kind of immediately just kind of reacting on instinct. You kind of go into a darkened corner away from where the windows are, kind of in a shadowy section where you can look out into the room, but anyone looking back wouldn't really be able to see you unless you turned a light on. And as you're kind of sitting there, kind of peeking out, sort of in a crouched position almost to make yourself as small and hard to notice as possible. You're kind of looking out into the darkness of the house itself. You don't immediately hear any sort of a response or any movement. You don't hear anything but the distant clashing of blades.
Alright, we should close the door and start searching for our weapons, I think.
Smart. If I close the door, what would that be? What am I doing?
You can just close
Okay.
the door.
Oh, do I have to
Quietly
roll?
close the door.
What crit fail am I gonna
You rolled
do?
a 22 for stealth. You don't need to roll another one to
I
shut
don't
the
know,
door.
I'm scared.
And now we should probably have to roll to see if we see anything inside the building.
Oh,
I mean,
in the
yeah, so
dark.
if you want to investigate.
oh, investigation.
then, yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
yes. Oh, 15.
I guess I'll also investigate, but from behind John.
Are you
Wow,
getting
two.
out of the bag, or?
Nope, I'm in the bag.
Okay.
It's the two.
All right,
He's in the bag.
So, John,
Yeah, don't-
in the dark, you're
It's a wall.
basically just relying on the moonlight
Mhm.
and just kind of hoping, sort of like looking at the glint of the weapons, looking at it in the moonlight, just relying on your natural night vision,
I don't know.
not
I mean, I'm.
any magical dark vision, but just kind of relying on your eyes getting used to the dark. As you kind of look around for the weapons, you do find a spear and a couple of swords, but they don't strike you as being the ones that were polished.
Yeah.
They just seem to be sort of standard. They're well-made weapons, but they don't appear to be the ones that you had previously paid for.
The magically sharp ones.
No, so.
Also, I know what my spear looks like, and that's definitely not
Well,
it.
you don't know anything right now, Chris. I don't know what you're talking about. You're in a
I
bag.
tell you what my spear looks like, and you go, yeah, that's probably not it.
Yeah, you rolled a 2. You see nothing.
yeah, I don't. I see walls. Go, we're inside a house, I think.
You, the one with natural dark vision, see nothing inside. Me, the human, I can kind of see stuff.
John, there's a window behind you. I don't know if you saw that.
We literally looked inside of it to get in here.
Oh, yeah, that's that window.
I understand
As
you're
you
in a
kind of-
bag, but man, your
Yeah.
object permanence is screwed.
And Moony, as you're actually looking sort of at this window, you do see the silhouette of a figure open the door, and then you hear the sound of clanking metal. John, you would also hear this at this point.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you do?
I mean, I'm in the shadows, so unless he turns the light on, he's not seeing me. I rolled a 22.
Hide behind the counter.
I mean... Sure.
Well, right now you're in the middle of investigating, so you're going around the room. You're not currently hidden in that corner.
Okay. Then, yeah, I guess I'll hide again.
Okay, so you're gonna hide from this person who's right behind you?
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna turn around and talk to him then. That's a good point.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, he sees us, Chris. We're in his room. He walked inside and saw us.
Oh. Yeah. That is...
Hiding would be more suspicious.
As you turn around,
Hi, Dixon.
you can't actually make out who the person is, John, because all of the light that's coming into the room is coming from behind him. But you do recognize the voice.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, well, maybe.
Well, I expected that you'd be coming back.
Yeah.
I peek out from the backpack. Hello there.
You could probably just get out right for now.
You'll find I kept him safe for you.
Oh.
And he sort of lifts up a large sack.
God bless Dixon.
I'd necessarily have him take him from me. My greatest work.
Bless you.
Dixon, you're a lifesaver.
You are a gift.
Dixon, if I hadn't given you all my money before, I'd give you more right now.
Any money at all.
If I had literally anything, I would have nothing because I would give it to you.
I mean, if I gotta be honest, Zek had it coming.
I didn't. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
He's not a great man to the people of this town.
He seems like kind of a not great man, if I can be honest.
Don't have the other stuff he confiscated from you, but I got what I had.
And, thank you for that.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much.
Do you have any idea where he might be keeping those things?
Figure he'd probably take it either to the guard barracks or to the Baron's mansion. Depends on if he handed them out or if he kept them for himself. Well, they didn't pass my way.
Special. I feel like all our special stuff was here with you.
That is true. I don't believe we had really anything of super significance. I mean, a hammer from Vela, my quarterstaff, and darts, and your...
I had daggers, a crossbow bolts, javelins.
Yeah, all pretty standard fair weapons.
Yeah.
I would imagine they'd probably be kept in the guards' barracks.
A hammer? Oh. Didn't know she was with you. He kind of he kind of reaches into the bag and pulls out a war hammer. She had this polished earlier.
Oh.
Why? Thank you. I think Vela will be very glad. Maybe that's why she was so upset. She had all her hard-earned money taken away from her. Just like us. But we had no idea about it. Whoopsies.
Well, I mean, wasn't exactly your brightest idea. But
no.
Yeah.
I mean,
it almost was.
This world to do that to you.
Yeah.
Anyways, you better get going before a little ruckus at the gate ends. Don't want to be here when the guards start patrolling again.
I couldn't agree more, my friend. Yeah, I think we'll be on our way then. Glad that we, never had this encounter again. And I wink at him.
I ain't seen hide or hell.
All right, you take care now.
You as well.
I recede back into the backpack.
Yep. And he kind of hands John over the bag of weapons.
Thank you.
Let's go with conspicuous bag of weapons.
You got a big old sack.
Yeah, we do.
But we can fight back now.
You could. You absolutely
If we need
could.
to, we can at least, which is nice.
We could make a fighting escape. Yes,
Yeah.
that is true. All right.
Alright.
So,
Do you want to head
word
to the
of
guard
mouth.
barracks?
I mean,
Oh.
There's a
Do-
gate to the south of the city. It's not usually well guarded.
okay.
Gate's kind of rusty. Might be a best bet to get back out.
All right. Thank you so much once again. You're a
Keep
great
that in
man.
mind.
Do we?
Oh, hope to see you guys in better circumstances.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And to you as well.
Do we need anything that else was taken?
I mean, I guess you don't need daggers. You've got your 2 short swords.
I got my 2+1 short swords.
But then you're out of ranged weapons completely.
It's true, but my ranged weapons weren't great because they were daggers.
Well, you had the you
I
had a crossbow, didn't you?
I had a
Yeah,
crossbow.
And a
so
crossbow.
That's fair.
And
Maybe
I
you had
guess we
a hand crossbow,
find-
didn't you?
I believe
Find those
I-
weapons relatively easily, I guess.
I mean, we can try. I'd hate for this success to be thwarted by there being guards at the guard barracks.
It's fair.
They're not going to let us in like good old Dixon did. I'm saying this in deep speech as we're slowly walking out.
Right. And approaching the people in the...
Yeah, you know,
And
because
the
we are
arcade.
definitely freeing them. There is no doubt in my mind that is happening.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm chaotic neutral, so I don't even really need... It's not even a moral thing. It's more of a I hate the Baron thing.
Yeah. And so this screws him over,
Yeah.
which makes you happy.
Yeah, and it's not even a, oh, I think it's the right thing to do. It's a, I hate the Baron, so I'm going to do it thing.
All right.
I don't know
That's
what
fair.
your crimes are, but...
There was a
I don't
literal
care.
child in the barracks. I don't think they really did commit crimes.
Yeah. Almost certainly they did.
Actually, that's not true. I do know what their crimes were. I talked to a nice gentleman before we committed crime, and they were like just...
Before we committed a
Yeah.
real crime.
Yeah, they basically just said like ill will of the Baron.
Yeah.
They didn't like...
No, they weren't happy enough.
Yeah, they weren't happy for his, festival or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, they did nothing wrong. So yeah, let's go free those
Can you
guys.
imagine how rich we'd be if we had actually managed to steal the Baron's coin purse?
Imagine if I would have just ran,
Yeah. That's crazy.
started doing jumps into the sky with my +8 acrobatics.
Yeah. Hey, we could always jump from the palisade if we need to.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, it's just like a 40-foot drop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one jump
got rope.
from about
You have rope. You
one
do have
jump
rope.
from a 40-foot
50
tower.
foot of it.
Guess we
Scaled
gotta
out.
jump, and then we fall to our
Yeah.
deaths.
Only one way to find out.
Whoa, I'm a monk. I can reduce fall damage.
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
I'll jump.
Here's the thing. I might get
Well,
hurt.
actually, I don't know if you have that yet. I think that's level 5.
I might not. I might.
I might die, but I'll hit a real cool backflip because I have +8 to the acrobatics roll.
Do I have slow fall? Yes, I do.
Nice.
So I'll go in your backpack.
I can reduce fall damage I take by 20.
Yeah. He'll just tuck and roll and you'll get crushed.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna go free them. That's our first step. Before we,
Yep.
then we'll
Okay.
probably go to the barracks. Sounds like
All right.
for ranged weapons and whatnot.
So you go to the center of this market area towards where all of the people are held in stocks. There's about 8 people there currently. Men, women, children. It seems like the Baron was
I mean, don't get
rather
me wrong. It doesn't matter.
impartial.
But wasn't the area where the market was when we did it?
So that was what I had originally put as the market, and then I realized I had messed it up.
Oh, okay.
So I had adjusted
It's
it in
the
the
big-
next session, and I put it in the right one.
Okay. I missed that apparently. I was like, I thought this
Yeah.
was the market.
Yeah, this was the one that I had
Okay.
used initially. You are
Okay. For our audio listeners, don't worry about it. It's not important
Yeah,
at all.
it doesn't-
For our
it doesn't
visual
involve
listeners,
you.
don't worry about it. It wasn't important at all.
So, as you kind of go to the center of these stocks, are you just immediately going up and trying to pick the locks, or?
I think I'm gonna tell them what
Or
I'm doing.
you just... Okay.
I'm gonna free you guys because this Baron sucks.
And I peek out of
You
the
got that
back. I go,
right.
So there's no protest from them.
You do not hear a protest
Okay,
from
because here's the thing: if they were worried about their lives, if I freed them, I probably would stop freeing them. But if they seem down, yeah, I'm gonna free them.
We're making a break for it. Just as a heads up, there is an army of the undead coming in from the west gate. East gate?
I've heard.
What was it?
Eastgate.
We're gonna make a break to the south gate. So if you want to head out of the town and never be seen again,
That'd probably be the
that's
best bet.
probably the best bet. And then I slip back into the backpack. A little backpack note.
All right, thieves' tools. I mean, it's not great. These good
It's
barracks?
not great. It does take you a little while to get through the locks. A lot longer than you would expect for how cheap these locks seem to be.
Yeah.
But it's mostly you fumbling around in the dark.
Okay.
So you don't quite do it as quickly as you might hope. You do sort of hear the sounds of battle are going on currently. You're not sure how the battle's going.
Yeah.
You're still sort of hearing the clashing of the blades, sort of slamming into metal armor. You don't hear any howling, oddly enough.
Okay.
Though the fact that they mentioned undead.
Yeah, I don't
means
think I
that
would
there's
even be
likely
thinking
not
of
wolves.
howling. I probably would have assumed more of a sound, you know?
Okay, so you're assuming hissing. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm assuming vampires is what my brain went to, but you know,
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I'm assuming vampires
that's
are
fair.
groaning.
Yeah, vampires are zombies because we did fight some zombies earlier,
Vampires, zombies, skeletons.
Yeah.
One of the three.
but not
Yeah.
honestly. Werewolves are
All
not undead,
three.
so I was not thinking wolf
Yeah.
sounds at all.
Yep. No, my brain went back into your backstory.
What are you talking about? Well, about me? I'm not a vampire.
Backstory. He doesn't have a backstory.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm gonna die today. I don't have a backstory, guys.
So you are able to get the locks off. It does take a little while, but you are able to get all of those locks off. And as you kind of get the last one off, you do sort of hear what almost sounds like a thunder crack come from somewhere off in the distance.
Okay.
Wonderful.
All right, I free them. Then I look at you and I go, after hearing that giant thunder, are you sure we need these secondary weapons? I'm not saying no.
Honestly, not so sure that we do. I think
just
we
saying I'm a
might
little
be
worried.
able to, heist some ranged weapons later on
Yeah.
at another town, maybe.
Yeah. And make sure there's no evil baron doing. And we're saying this in deep speech. I don't want these guys to know it.
All right.
Even though these guys would would help me in battle due to who I am. That is because these are commoners. So unless I show myself to be a danger to them, they will take up arms to fight alongside you. Oh, if I'm fighting an enemy alone, so they wouldn't because he's here. Gosh,
And
darn
I'll
it.
have to get my darts
Oh.
at another place.
Yeah, but I
that's
mean-
also fine.
Yeah, those are pretty
I
cheap.
feel like we
though,
could get
even if you don't
we could
lift
find
them.
those. I think we just head to that south gate. Let's
Yeah.
just get out of here.
I think that
Let's
All right.
escort these guys with us and help them.
follow us.
Yeah.
No, all right.
We're gonna sneak our way to the south gate. I
Is the
guess.
south gate? Is there something on the bottom I'm missing, or is it just like this west, like over here?
So there's actually
Or is it this?
Two really small gates in between.
Yeah, there's two smaller
Oh, yeah,
gates
also-
there on the south side. He told you just the south gate. So however you guys interpret that is up to you. He didn't mention one or the other, so it's
I feel like
Up
considering
to
I know
how you
I hear
guys
the
would-
sound coming from over here, I'd probably want to go to this one,
that's
yeah,
fair.
most certainly.
a little bit away from them.
And I am in your backpack, so I am.
Oh,
at
you're
your
back in my
will.
backpack.
Yeah.
Did you see? Honestly, you should have never said anything because then these guys would help me in a fight. But now they
I
know
don't
you're
think
here.
we'll have to worry about that, to be honest.
Yeah, now they know you're here, and they're not going to help me.
And well, I never got out of the backpack. I just popped my head out a lot.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we head with them towards this gate. I assume we probably go up the streets and into the what used to be the town square.
Yeah, you want to just go right along the streets?
I mean,
no.
No, that's a good point. No, I guess we wouldn't.
Sneaking our way through the back alley.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that makes way more sense.
So you kind of sneak your way along the back alleys, going for the most direct route to the gate. And you are able to kind of get yourself over to there. And like Dixon said, the gate is sort of very rusted over. It appears to be mostly rusted shut.
Okay.
As you kind of go up to it and you're pushing on it, there is a lock to it, but you don't even need a check for that. You know enough about locks, like you've encountered locked doors enough that you know that it's being stuck not by the lock side but by the hinge side.
Well,
I mean, we could always try to break it. If it's rusted, it's probably lost some of its structural integrity. With this many people, we could all, heave-ho, find a nice heavy object. Or we could just use my fists, which have been known to punch holes through living objects.
Could I try? This is a stretch, so I understand if the answer is no. So the tinder in my tinder box is soaked with light oil. Could I try to rub the joint a little bit with it?
You could absolutely rub it with it. I will say right now that it likely doesn't have enough oil on it to counteract something that's rusted shut.
That's fair.
That would take a lot of WD-40 to do, and that's not quite what you got there.
Gosh darn it, why didn't I bring my oil? I have an oil flask. I left it at home.
You do have an oil flask.
I did. It held a pint of oil. I don't know if that's enough, but I still don't have it. I didn't bring that. Gosh darn it.
I think Mooney's going to crawl out of the backpack and try to make an attack on the rusted lock.
I don't know if it's not the lock, though. It's the...
Are you just doing an unarmed strike, or are you hitting it with something?
Oh, no, I'm doing an unarmed strike. 100%.
Okay.
I've got fists of steel.
Okay.
Right.
I just wanted to know how you were going about it.
He is using his monk ways to do what he does best and punch the crap out of stuff.
Okay. Let's see how well that roll goes.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Is it not?
You don't really need much of an attack roll. It's a door.
Do I not have the D&D Beyond activated on?
You might just have to click refresh. I know I had to do that.
You have to have there's like an add-on you have to use it.
No,
he has the add-on?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have to, reactivate it.
Just refresh your D&D Beyond page. That's what I had to do earlier today to get it to work. And then it connected just fine. If you click on the Beyond 20 icon and it says, there's no virtual tabletop, just refresh. Because you were rolling all the other ones just fine.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. I think I hit.
Oh!
Yep. Go ahead and roll that damage. See how much damage you do to the lock itself.
How about max?
Nice. So you kind of reel back and you just hear that sort of smashing sound of hitting into metal. You do hear a little bit of a cracking from the actual lock itself. It does still hurt to punch metal, but you feel like you did some good damage to it. As you kind of do that, you do hear a little bit of almost like a suppressed scream come from someone that you're escorting. One of the townsfolk appears to have been surprised by that.
Oh, sorry. Keep it. I'm gonna continue punching the lock. I think I'm getting somewhere. I heard something give a little bit.
Hear me out real quick.
Why don't you just use this? One of the townsfolk behind you actually just picks up the crowbar that had fallen out of the backpack when you crawled out.
The crowbar!
Jesus.
And he puts it between the lock and the what do you call the thing that latches?
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
And I
You
start
put it
crying.
right between there and just pry it out. All right, so just make me a strength check with advantage.
19.
All right, so you kind of lean your weight on it and you just pop that lock open.
Beautiful. All right. Thanks for that crowbar. That's genius.
And I then take the crowbar and put it back in my backpack and just like give like a little like finger over my mouth shush to the guy so he didn't realize that that was our crowbar. I was like, I give him like a thank you, like, but like, very quietly on like the down low. So.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Just keep it, you know.
Yeah, no.
No, don't tell everyone about it. Yeah. All right, so what do you do now?
Yeah, now that you realize he did say though the lock wasn't what was stopping us.
I mean, that was one of the two things stopping us. Yeah. I mean, I feel like rust should be relatively easy to overcome compared to metal, because now it's just rust holding the hinges.
It's fair.
Yep. So do you want to just what do you want to do? Are you just body tackling this thing?
I mean, I could go at a direct fist to the center of the meeting of the two gates, or I could do two fists at the same time because I have two hands.
You absolutely could if you wanted to.
All right, now that the lock's off, I'm actually going to punch the doors open. I just want everyone to be aware of what's happening so that no one, screams again.
I'm like, all right. I mean, you realize there's towers right here that are unmanned, and we could just use the rope and climb. But yeah, you punch the door. Punch the door, man.
Punches the door.
Punch the door. There's a nice easy way
around.
out. But
Yeah, roll the punch.
I'm hitting the dang doors.
you are.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely.
hold on.
It is a door.
Okay, I hit with both.
It is a door. It's unlikely you're gonna miss.
And I do max damage on one door, and I do slightly less damage to the other door hinge or doors on it.
You kind of sort of get prepared like this. Probably take a swig.
I don't have any alcohol, sadly.
He just takes a swig of just oil. Who knows where he got it?
At the moment, I am very sober, and I am angry about it.
Yeah, that's and that rage kind of contributes to it as you just shove both of your fists forward into kind of the metal section in the middle of it that the lock had once sort of held. As you just hear as the doors just and creak open, just scraping the rust off as these gates fly open.
I mean, fun. It worked, I guess.
All right, well, let's go. Quietly.
Yep, quietly.
Now that we've opened these doors,
so
I mean,
quietly.
they probably didn't hear it over the sound of battle.
No, but we definitely could have done the stealthy way of just a nice escape. But okay, it's fine. It worked. It worked. So we're good. We'll leave.
And I am going to, after everyone evacuates, close the doors and then put the broken latch back on the on the latch.
Yep. So you grab both doors.
You understand.
And then you put the snapped lock back in place.
Yeah. No one will ever know we were here. And I rub my hands together. And then I crawl back into John's backpack.
Wait, what? Okay. Alright. I mean, we literally are on a prison break run now with these people that we're helping break. If we get seen at all,
and
we're...
I crawl back out of John's backpack. And it was just, you'd gotten so used to it.
Yeah. If we are seen at this point, it is too late. It is fight at that point. We have escaped convicts with us.
Oh, right. And on that note, can I get my spear back?
Oh, yes, here you go.
Oh, thank you. And I guess it's time to get schmoovin' and groovin'.
I would feel like our best bet would be to go the long way, though.
Define the long way.
All the way around the town, because if we go this way, we're going right into where the battle started, and might still be happening.
Oh, like around the north side?
Yeah, around, like, over the west, over the north, back to the trees.
Back to the clearing? Yeah, that's probably...
And drop our new friends off on the road over by the west gate, and say goodbye, and they head off into wherever.
Sounds like a plan. Well, probably the north gate, because
I mean,
the west gate, leads to Scary Man.
Yeah, but the north gate leads to a river or a lake.
A lake? Yeah. There could be friendly stuff across the lake. We
do know of a town that's not great, but there is a town this way at least. We don't know what's up by the lake. But here's the thing. We'll lead them, and wherever they decide to hop off is where they decide to hop off.
And that is true. We have freed them from,
if they want to go the other way, they can go the other way.
Certain doom.
Yeah. Alright, well, we're going to go this way because there's a battle happening with the undead that way. Pleasure saving you.
Yeah, if you'd like to follow us, you can. If you want to go not be with two armed men, I guess that's fair, but I don't understand why you would do that.
If I were you, I'd probably also want to find a new life away from the hustle and bustle now, but, whatever. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's move.
Start moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are going to go up past the east gate?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's the east gate. Sorry, I said the west gate a couple times. My bad.
Yeah, no worries. Alright, so as you guys come sort of all the way around, are you sticking near the actual fence, or are you kind of at a distance?
I feel like we want to be at a distance in case there's any guards left to this gate.
Yeah, probably close to, the forest line.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're just kind of making a large loop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to, stealthily, but also,
only kind of stealthily
relatively fast.
We are kind of helping these people with us, so we don't want to, sneak off into the trees and then them not see us, because that, defeats the helping them part.
Everyone's holding each other's hand.
Yeah, these people definitely seem to be following.
The little kid we saved is asking if they can have a ride in the backpack, and I'm looking at the parents like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm willing, but it's weird. If you're down with your kid being in my backpack, okay.
It's not my kid.
Wait, if it's someone else's kid, some other random kid is also helping.
Yeah, it's just some
They're
random
not
child.
even related.
You understand?
You can't guarantee that all these people are related.
I assumed the kid was there because one of their parents did the crime, and it was the whole family's punished thing. But it's fair enough.
Have you ever met a child?
That's true.
They're frequently very unhappy.
I knew a child once. I knew this kid once. Something happened to him though. I don't know why. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what happened though.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't kill them as a werewolf.
Yeah.
That's a very specific thing to bring up that I didn't do, but I didn't do it.
Down the stairs.
Yeah.
After I bit his throat out.
Yeah. No, it was outside in the alley.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, so you guys make a wide berth past.
Well, I guess to be fair, that's where the body was found. I guess I don't know where the kill happened. That memory was still blocked out.
You don't really see any signs of anyone at the gate, but you guys make a wide berth around it regardless, and you start curving back up towards the north.
Yeah.
Are you guys just kind of going now that you're away from the gates, or are you just still trying to continue stealthily?
I feel like I'm not, running out there like crazy, but I'm not.
No, I figure you're not
more of a middle. I'm not stealth, but I'm also not running.
Yeah. Fair.
Just,
Absolutely.
Along the tree line.
Yeah.
Kind of Pink Panther in it.
Absolutely.
Buddy.
Yeah.
One jump ahead of the lawman. Oh, sorry. Different song. Sorry.
Yeah. Slightly different song. Slightly.
Well, if we had done that, we wouldn't have, been in any trouble.
I don't want to hear that crap from you right now, okay? Shut up. Maybe if your distraction was also better.
This whole episode.
This whole thing wouldn't have happened. It would have been something different.
Well, I'm still surprised we're not dead.
You
honestly say
currently.
That's true. It's not over yet.
It's not escaped.
We have not reunited with our friends quite yet. And we have added 3 new NPCs for CJ to play. They are now part of the crew.
I thought there was 8 stockades.
Was there
Yeah,
8?
yeah. Yeah, look.
Yeah, where'd you get 3 from?
I don't know. I just thought there were 3 people. I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was a mom, a dad, and their kid. I don't know. That's what I thought happened. I don't know what's happening.
Oh.
All right. So you guys continue along the forest, making another sort of wide berth along the lake as you curve back towards where you guys had camped.
Woo!
Do you just duck right back into the woods? Or are you just continuing along
I think
to
I'd
go
follow
to
the
where
tree
you
line
had
where we know
originally...
where it is, because we don't know how safe those trees are, you know?
Okay, so you're just gonna go around the tree line
are
until
the,
you
are
get
the
to
8
where you
people
had
still
entered.
following us into the trees, or did they leave off on
Yeah.
one of the roads?
I feel like we probably shouldn't take these people back to our camp.
Yeah, you definitely would have had people going off along some of the roads. Some of the seemingly more capable-looking people kind of taking some of the others along with them.
But what I'm hearing is
and
there
by
are
the
still
time you
3
got
of
to
them
this
with us,
point-
like I said.
By the time you got to this point, you didn't really have anyone left with you.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Really have anyone implies that we still have, like, a dude.
There is a child in your backpack.
There is the kid still in my
To
backpack.
the best of your knowledge, there is no one following you.
Well, I don't know. How did the kid do on the stealth check? Do I feel him in the backpack?
He suddenly feels lighter.
Oh no! Did he leave, or do we have a kid now?
So you guys
Can I
go
please have a
along
kid
the-
NPC now? Is that a thing?
God.
I'm joking.
You already you had your chance.
Oh, okay.
He's dead. So you came along towards the edge of the woods, back to where you had originally entered.
Yeah.
And as you come across sort of the area where James told you he was gonna keep an eye out,
He's gone.
you don't see him.
Oh, I was joking. Huh.
I mean, it makes sense. There was an army of the dead. Maybe he returned back to camp?
Yeah, let's go check out the camp. See if our friends are there.
Okay. So I will just need... Yeah, I'll need a survival check, because you didn't actually travel there in the dark, so... Just to see how quickly you guys managed to find your way back there.
Fair enough.
There. I'm going to crawl out of the backpack. Or wait, no, I've been out of the backpack. That's right.
How about a critical success +1?
How about an 11?
I think you stayed in the backpack,
Yeah.
honestly.
So you follow along,
No, I'm
Moony.
disoriented from not being in the backpack.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
had
you
gotten
can't
used
be in
to
the
it,
backpack. There is a kid.
and
in
your
there.
legs are a little cramped up from being kind of curled into a ball for a while. So you're just following along as John leads the way confidently through the woods back to where you guys had camped.
Beautiful.
And as you come across the clearing where you guys had originally camped, you find blood pooling all around the clearing.
Oh,
And you see 2 hunched over bodies, one dressed in armor, the other seemingly just wearing normal clothing. There's a couple of other scattered bodies around the clearing, but you don't recognize them.
Crap. I guess we rush up to, the bodies that I'm assuming look familiar to us. The one clad in armor and the one dressed in regular clothes, who I'm presuming to be Vela and James.
Can I
Mhm.
tell if this seems like fresh? Because if so, I might stop them from running. Because I might realize that there's still a wolf about.
So, with your survival check, yes, this seems like it is a rather recent.
I grab you by the shirt before you as I see it in your eyes as you about to start running towards them.
We have to help them.
They're gone.
There might be a chance that we can save them.
There might be a chance that we're with them.
But What do we do?
I
What
will
now?
say that the figure in armor is not like on the ground.
Oh, so they're still like...
Alive.
Yes,
Alive looking.
Oh, okay.
she appears to be sort of almost kneeling down currently.
I guess retcon I didn't say that. If I would have realized that,
Okay.
I thought they were both
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
I thought they were in a pool of... I thought there were 2 bodies in a pool of
No,
blood, and I'm
they're
like, no, hold
pooling
up.
around the
We're
camp.
not
Yeah,
rushing
no.
in to die.
No, there is absolutely pools of blood all around.
But there are also obviously a living person in a body in a suit of armor.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, then I don't stop him. That whole
Okay.
conversation never happened.
Okay.
That whole really cool emotional acting we just didn't happen. It didn't happen.
So, Moony, you go forward into the center of the clearing.
And I also am rushing
You
with him
do.
now that I realize they're not dead.
Yeah. You see Vela sort of kneeling there. There appears to be blood kind of leaking out of several wounds that have kind of made their way into the like chinks in her armor, places where the plates meet. You see sort of blood dripping down her neck and down into the armor itself, as she appears to be kind of her hands glowing with a golden light over the bloodied form of James.
Oh. What happened here?
It suddenly appeared out of the woods. There were more of his things, the vampires. I couldn't fight them off. He tried to help.
Too late, it seems.
You see a little bit of like coughing blood out of James's mouth as his eyes kind of flicker open and the golden light fades. Like, what happened? I don't know. They just... all of a sudden they were there, all over the clearing. They surrounded me. Why did you come back here? You were keeping watch for them. Jesus. He sort of like gets into a sitting position, his kind of like holding a wound on his chest. I don't know. Don't even remember coming over here. You get our stuff. What happened? He kind of like looks to you guys.
Well, I mean, we have my stuff, his stuff, and her stuff. We didn't find the stuff that was confiscated, but we did get our special magical weapons back.
That's right. Then we give Vela back her warhammer. Yeah, at least we have something to arm ourselves with.
And I just assumed you'd go blasting like you always do.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just need a rest. I feel like a lot was taken out of me. Oh no.
So what does he seem like he's like, as, I guess, do I should do like, can I tell if he's full of crap right now or if he is actually like better?
Yeah, you can do an insight check.
Okay. I mean, I'll try. I don't know. I don't know anything.
Yeah, you're not sure. He seems to be very heavily wounded. You're not certain what happened. The most you can make out from the actual area is that it seems definitely like the bodies that are around do appear to be similar to those you encountered from the other vampires.
Okay.
It seems like maybe you see two bodies, but there seems like there's a lot of blood for just 4 combatants.
Why did they leave? I mean, I'm glad they did, and I'm glad you both survived, but... Why did they go?
Vela sort of seems to, like, reach to her neck. Hey. As soon as they bit us, they left.
Oh.
Well, it seems their only goal may have been just to turn you, rather than to actually take your lives. All the more reason we have to stop Strahd now. Hopefully find a cure for the both of you.
Yeah. For sure.
Shouldn't have... Don't know how they found us. These things just seem to pop up wherever.
Probably the Raven.
Yeah, those crows that keep
Oh,
following
crows.
us everywhere, all the time in the forest. Everywhere we go.
Yeah.
Always watching us.
It didn't seem anything magical about them either.
Yeah.
I guess if they are minions of him, explain a lot.
Hold on. I need to see how much I know about birds so I can throw out my cool bird facts about how intelligent ravens are.
Were they ravens or crows? I genuinely don't remember.
So it was always described as a raven.
Raven. Okay, that's
Raven.
what I thought.
Yeah, and ravens are the ones that can, like, memorize a phase.
Well, you're the one who said they were crows this time today. Before this one.
For...
You're the one who brought crows up today.
I don't know why they would...
Pretty sure it's ravens.
Why they'd show up just to... turn us. Unless it's... more than just turning us. Unless it... makes us like them. I don't know what level of control he has over the vampires he makes. If he... if I start acting strange, kill me before he takes over.
Much as it pains me to say, I think we'll oblige to holding up of that deal.
Thank you.
Oh, if I turn into one of those things, I'd not want to be alive. Well, undead, I should say.
Whatever it is, I need to try to find a cure for this as quickly as I can. This is... I can't become this. This unholy abomination. Well, that's enough of that. How about we get out of the field filled with blood before something else comes sniffing it out?
Like the sound of that plan, Jane.
You guys don't need a drink before we leave? I say, trying to lighten the mood.
And I reach into my
Juice
backpack.
one.
I pop open some of my personal whiskey, and I pass the flask around.
Yeah, they'll take some.
Nice.
I go collect the rest of my backpack stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. You get the rest of your stuff together, and you guys sort of prepare to head out. Where are you going?
That's a great question.
Excellent question. I gotta look at the map real quick and figure out.
Yep, I'll drop you guys on the map.
Yeah,
I feel like the problem
there
is
we are.
the only thing I feel like really in this area is Strahd, and we're not ready for him.
That's not entirely true.
We are
So we're that. No, we're definitely not ready.
Oh,
for it.
okay.
I'm not saying. The only thing in this area is definitely not Strahd. Strahd. There's plenty of other things in this area. There's still a lake and a tower that we have to go to.
That's true.
Like that thing off to the left definitely looks like a tower that might be,
This one?
surrounded by a lake. Yeah, that one right there.
I know of an abbey a little ways off. It was mentioned to us before in Barovia. If there's any healer capable of curing us, that might be our best bet.
You know what? That does sound like a great idea, and at the very least, it'll be a good spot to rest up. Let your wounds recover a little bit.
Well, I think we'll have to do that before we arrive there. It's
That as well.
quite a ways off in the village of Kresk.
Oh,
Over here on the
Ah.
far to the west.
gotcha. Yeah, that was quite a bit west.
It's not a massive distance. You guys have traveled
Yeah,
further than that, but
way further, just to get to
just to get
Valakay.
here. But yeah, so Kresk is the one that she mentions.
Fair enough.
All right, then I suppose our next destination is Kresk.
All right.
Is that
So-
where we end for the day?
So we will leave off with you guys sort of heading deeper into the woods a little bit, heading towards the river, making your way towards the Svalich Road to eventually make your way back towards Kresk.
Fair enough.
And you guys will sort of set up your camp for the night and try to nurse to your wounds, trying not to think about the fact that 2 of your party members might drink your blood.
Yeah, it's cool.
And you are now level 5.
Oh! Well, we are going to end the podcast slash
Yeah, we will
YouTube video,
end that
but if you're here
here.
on stream or you find this in the next 2 weeks, hey, you can see us level up.
That's right, baby.
Well, you can see me level up.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can know that I will also have leveled up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll know it in your heart.
Yeah. But I've been Austin, joined by Chris and CJ, and this has been Untitled D&D Show, I guess. I guess it's just the name now.
It has been.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.